I think so it's been a really interesting discussion, and I'm not going to try and sum it up, but I think this idea of whether we are in the era of trickle-down economics, or like Arundhati Roy put it very elegantly, as she normally does, whether it's gush up, and where credit in general and microfinance fits into that framework is something we have to think about. I think the question that Udan, the comment that Udan made about indebtedness being normalized, it's interesting that even on the panel and generally during the discussion, we spoke about over-indebtedness. So indebtedness is okay, but over-indebtedness is not. Now, of course, when does it become over? That's in fact, I think, part of the debate here. So when has it gone too far? And of course, when do you know that? Normally when it's gone too far. So I guess that's really the problem. But I also think it's related to a much larger macroeconomic shift. I think Virat was trying to flag that. Clearly a shift from an economy which had production at its center to an economic system that has consumption at its center cannot but lead to debt being fundamental. So I think the Italian philosopher Maurizio Lazzarato wrote this provocative book some time ago called The Indebted Man, which is basically this narrative of the shift in economic relations, and that debt is now, being in debt is now the way of being. So I am because I have a credit history, I suppose. I think this one point about financial literacy is very interesting. Should we be investing in financial literacy, or along with that, should we also be investing in engaging in developing a critique of financialization itself, not necessarily enabling people to adjust to financialization, but to sort of push back against financialization. How do we do that? I think that's the point that I was making, that what do people bring to financial inclusion? Do they just come in as people who have been excluded, who had nothing? Or can we change the terms of that engagement? Just as a closing comment, the whole discussion reminded me, Foucault said sometime in one of his works that not everything is bad, but everything is dangerous. And I think clearly debt and microfinance really captures that essence. But of course, he also goes on to say that it's precisely because everything is dangerous that it opens possibilities for ethical action. And I think that's where we need to perhaps be positioning ourselves. Right, so on that note, we end, but before I do so, a word of thanks to all our panelists for being with us this evening. Thank you very much. It's been a very engaging discussion. I also want to thank Tilani Kaushalya, who's sitting in that corner there and pretending not to hear at all. Or she's not able to hear. Tilani, thank you very much for putting this together. You were the architect of this. Also thanks to Dahiru and Muratna and Sujiva and Chatu and Imika and others from CEPA who helped put this event together. Thank you very much. And a round of applause to all of us maybe, for being here. And please join us for refreshments outside, micro refreshments. Thank you very much and have a good evening.